The weather is pretty nice outside, and after having enjoyed a nice virtual test sitting on this outdoor seat, it's time to refine the design. The surfaces which I'm selecting here right now are very straight, but in the original design, as you can see, this is all slightly curved. Here, this is curved, this is curved. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. It's actually pretty easy. Before we continue, please go save as, and then save this as IKEA chair refined study. Very good. And this is now a good exercise or demonstration to show you how we at the beginning now have to modify or can modify parts of our timeline, and then hopefully we can continue reusing the same features we had before. Okay, good. So in the timeline, we will drag the marker to here. So we're going like backwards, and there is my sketch. This is actually the one I started, so I can hide it. Maybe we will call this floor cube, so it's easier to understand. And then maybe this is front side angle. This sketch, right click, we have to modify. You can also right click on the timeline there, or just double click on this feature. Okay, very good. So this line goes, this line goes, this line goes. I have here actually this coincident constraint. In case you have it this way, we can simply drag this onto there. I positioned this on purpose on the face. You see how when I move my mouse on the face, it highlights everything. You want each point to be on an edge, because then you get it sliced. Pretty cool, no? Yeah, I think so too. Let's go to the front view, hide the body, show the scan, and then we can move this to here, and we can move this to there. So we line this up nicely. Okay, very good. I said good. It was a mix of English good and German gut. So this kind of profile we used to do a cut, and then we also mirrored this over, but we want this to be slightly angled. If we compare this, we can see how this is smaller. So a straight cut like we did doesn't really work. So how can we do this? Pretty easy. Instead of using the extrude, we will use the loft. For the loft, we need two profiles or sketches. Let's look at the back and create sketch on this face. What's also very easy to make sure the sketch goes to where we want it to, we select the face and then go create sketch. And you see, it's there. Then line command, click and click. Escape, so we stop sketching, hide the body, back view, and now I can go ahead and start dragging this. I also have snap to grid turned off, so I can move this a little bit better. Very good. Okay, so check this out. I have one profile, two profiles, create loft 1, 2, and automatically it will jump to cut because Fusion creates a volume through a volume. Okay, there we are. Pretty cool. Now we can go ahead and try to fine-tune this as needed. And I do something on purpose now. I make this really twisted. This is actually not really good because this face is actually now not a straight cut. So how do we make this that this looks like just a knife at an angle cut through? That's very easy. We go to the first sketch, double click in the timeline, on the sketch icon, sketch dimension, click, click, and we say 78. and escape. And then we can position this to where we want. Yeah, this looks good. Now we have to do the same on the back. So here, double click or right click, edit sketch. Press D or go to the menu. Zack, 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 zack. And back. This actually only works if you also say zack, no? Otherwise, it doesn't work. Joking, of course. So this actually looks pretty good. Very nice. So now this is all parallel. AKA, when we do this cut, this is really nice and smooth. We can still now move actually this lower point, and that actually then also moves the upper point, by the way. Very good. So with this little trick, we actually specify how to cut this at an angle and at an angle from here. Okay. We have actually here also this extrude command. So this we will delete, yeah, and go to here. Now this mirror feature, that was a mirror feature that used the mirror, the extrude command to be mirrored. And obviously this is yellow because, hey, there is an error. Something is lost. Yeah, now we can see like what it tried to cut. So right click, edit feature, and then missing feature. And this is the one we want to use instead. Zack. Very good. This was actually so far a really nice demonstration of how useful the timeline and this parametric modeling is, because you can see how we can restructure our approach. We don't have to restart everything from the beginning. So this is done. Now let's go to our side view. So we have this, and this looks actually pretty good. Yeah, we can keep it how it is, and we will do the same. So let's actually rename. So this is back side angle. And what is this? This is actually side profile. Very good. This side profile, we will in a similar way extrude. Either I click down here or left mouse button, click and hold profile. And then we say symmetry, distance, all, and intersect. I just want to keep what's in there. Cool. So now we are very close to where we were before. No? And we want now to figure out, well, how do we make this dip down at the center? And we will use actually the loft command just in a moment, but we need a profile that's inside, because we have actually the outside targets, but we don't have the inside target. So check this out. I will hide this body. I will show this, and then I will go to inspect center section analysis on this plane. Very good. And there now I can see how in the center I want something to look different. So the side profile, we double click or right click, edit sketch. And now I will, not on the point, but a little bit lower, click, and then maybe click there. So you see there's a little bit of an offset. Escape. And then let's adjust everything here. Very good. Yeah. So this line follows the mesh. This line follows the mesh. This is rounded. Okay, good. Sweet. The next thing is actually quite interesting and important. So we will turn the section analysis off. Now we have the outside, the inside, and the next outside. So we will start by going to loft and say U. Hide this to U. You see how it creates actually from that face this loft down. And now we show the body again and select this one. And here intersect. Look at that. So it keeps the volume, it intersects there. Very good. At the bottom here, I see something is a little bit off. This is actually angled. We will fix this later. My sketch was a little bit bad there. Click OK. Good. So we have to fix this side sketch. Double click, go to here. And you see here, this is a little bit down. That is not very good. So let's fix this. This point needs to be not fixed. So I can actually escape, drag this one up. And I want now this to be right on this X line. Obviously, I don't want anything to change the rotation or angle, so I will lock all these points. Okay. So now I can move this point up. It will move this point up. This stays horizontal. Okay, so that means U, horizontal to U. There we are. This way, none of these lines actually would move. I can press escape, and if I want these points, I can alt select again and unlock. Good. When I finish the sketch, you can see the bottom is nice and straight. Yeah, look at that. See, there we are. Doesn't this look actually pretty awesome? All these edges here are already slightly angled. That's good. So what do we have here? What's this command? I don't really know what that is, so let's delete it. Then here comes actually the shell command. Okay, so the shell command is happening way too early. So let's go back to here. We need to round everything first. This will be rounded there. Right click, repeat. This will be rounded. Right click, repeat. Here's that edge. There, right click, repeat. And then these two edges here, we round them too. Very good. Now we can go to the shell command, and yeah, this looks much better. Very good. I'm predicting that here in the next steps, the feature will give us a lot of issues or not. So where is it? Oh, we have this actually here. So, and then we did a cut. Yeah, this is not nice. So we will delete actually this. We will make on this face a new sketch, because now I can actually plan this much better. So in this case, I was just reworking it. U and U there, and then rotate and move as needed. There we are. Pretty cool. Turn on the extrude command. We extrude through. We could actually here say, oh, I see actually it cuts through there. So in this case, just let's do a small distance cut there. That's okay. Cool. And if I would like to, I will round these corners here already. What value do we have there? Let's say 150. Okay, good. So you see now here we have the cut and the fillet, because now I could, oops, go ahead and say mirror feature, and then say, so mirror this cut along this plane. But hey, instead of just one feature, also add this feature. On the Mac, I hold the Command or Apple key. On the PC, then it's the Control key. And you see there's also the fillet feature. Cool. So I only have to select one time the edge and fillet it, or 2 edges instead of 4 edges. It's a matter of preference. If you want to cut the front and the back, and then we fillet all the edges, or if we do this way. Now here, there we got an error message. So let's see, what do we get? The plane is lost. Yeah, it doesn't know actually what phase this was on. This is an easy one. So right click, redefine sketch plane, this one, and okay. Then we can double click and maybe clean this up a little bit. I don't really like all this stuff that was put on there, so I will delete it. Let's see if, yeah, the sketch is pretty good. Okay. We will keep it that way. And then now we have our cut. There we are. Very good. Here we will get an error warning again. Redefine or lost projection. Let me show you this dialog. So here it says this phase is lost. Relink, break link, or delete. So relink. This is then this phase. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, undo. Nope. That didn't work. Okay, I exited the sketch. Let's try this one. Redefine sketch plane. Yep, that actually worked more predictable. Very good. Outcome is actually the same. So right click and then edit sketch. Also here, let's clean up all this junk that was put in there. The rest should actually fit in really good. Yep. Very nice. And then we do our cut. That is good. So, and then, oh, what's going on there? Double click. Oh, yeah, this is cutting way too much there. Very good. And now I will add actually the corners. And maybe 50. 50 is not enough. Let's go 100. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, there we are. Now we actually rebuilt this design actually with a much more correct fitting. The last piece that's maybe left, tiny detail. So when this is outside and it rains and water flows on it, we want water here to pour out. So how do we get there a hole in? Very easy. On the ground, ideally I will look from the bottom, that's easier to see. Create myself a small circle, maybe like this. And then dimension this one. What do we have? 25. Then we want this to be horizontally aligned to our sketch center. So it's nicely centered. Now I can only move this left and right, but not up or down. Position this very good. Hide the scan, show model, go to finish sketch, solid, extrude. Oh, where's the sketch? There it is. There, whoop, extrude this through, and we do a cut. Very nice. And so we don't damage our jeans or so we sit on, we will round this. When this is 1 centimeter, so 10 millimeter material thickness, we could easily round this with 5 millimeter, for example. So it's a nice soft opening. The bottom is actually maybe sharper. We could round it. We don't really touch it, so we keep it where it is. A little bit of cleanup. Side opening or side leg actually makes more sense. Side leg, then front leg, and back leg. Now it really makes sense to name everything. And then this is hole and chair. Particular sketches I name a lot during the time. So it's easier to understand who is who or what is what. The bodies, I really only give a name really at the end when we are done. Very good. There we are.